All right, here we go. So, for those who have not been following me on Twitter, I am not much of a brewer, but lately I have kind of started getting the itch, I guess. And I thought about using Karn. I guess I should have, left kind of like the evolution of the deck. But basically, I thought of using Karn within the context of a black-green Death Cloud deck. For people that don't know what Death Cloud does, is this card right here. So each player loses X life, discards X cards, sacrifices X creatures, and then sacrifices X lands. It's a lot of X's. Basically, the way that this deck works is you use planeswalkers, right? Um, Same with Liliana, and then you use ramp spells with Sakura Tribe Elder, and Arbor Elf Utopia Sprawl, in order to like get ahead on mana and get ahead on board with the walkers. Then you play a Death Cloud, and you sacrifice both players as lands or whatever, and you will be ahead of lands because of your ramp, and your lands will tap for more mana. You will also have access to your walkers, and your opponent will ideally have access to nothing. So that was the original idea that I had. That's why I have Abrupt Decay over Assassin's Trophy. Then, as the deck started to morph and I started, testing and seeing what worked and what didn't, sadly, Death Cloud did not quite get there, and it got eventually cut. I was finding that I basically just didn't have enough real cards. Like I had Sakura Tribe Elders instead of like actual threats, and then I would basically just die with with a lot of lands in play, even though I was only playing 21, right? But I would just die with a ton of mana in play and just no threats at all. So slowly the deck started morphing, and it kind of became. It got to the point where it's this list that we see right here, where we have basically like closer to a black green shell, but we're still trying to use this mana engine in order to basically get out a quick planeswalker and get ahead on board this way. And is this working? It says that I'm not. Am I streaming right now? I think I am streaming right now. Yeah, I think that's weird. It's showing me like the clock is just not going up, and I feel like I've been talking for more than a minute. Anyway, whatever. Um, so that is how the deck started, and then I started doing a lot of changes. If you follow my oh okay, maybe that's why. I just had to like reset it. Okay, cool. So glad that it's fixed then. um, so I guess I'll have to. Okay, so I will go over everything again. So I started brewing. I started brewing with Karn. Okay, and I wanted to play Karn within the context of Death Cloud. Okay, this is the card that I wanted to brew around. The idea is that you get ahead on board with Sakura Tribe Elder, and that's how you get ahead on lands. And like you use Utopia Sprawl in order to enchant your lands and make more mana. So you get ahead on mana, then you drop a walker, and then you Death Cloud your opponent, and you will most likely be ahead because well you've been like ramping and you've been like going after their hand so they don't disrupt you, and then you have like some value creatures, whatever. That was like the original idea. Then the deck slowly started morphing because I was finding myself basically I just had too many non-real cards. Like I had Tribe Elder, I have cards that don't really do anything. So I was often finding myself with a ton of mana and nothing to do with it, basically, because I was only playing like 7 real cards. So slowly the deck started morphing this way. That's why we have Tarmogoyfs now, which have actually been quite good. Um, we have Abrupt Decays instead of Assassin's Trophy because, again, the whole thing started as a mana denial strategy, right? We wanted to go after my opponent's land, so giving them a land doesn't really make a lot of sense. So my removal, you will see that it's not really, it's not, it's more like I don't want to give my opponent's lands. Basically, that's the short thing. But yeah, this is the latest iteration of the of this list. We of course have a wish board over here, and then we have like a real board as well. And yeah, so this has been the brew. It's if you follow me on Twitter, you will see I was posting like the whole evolution process. So I posted my initial list, then I posted the changes that I did, and I started playing a friendly league where I went 4-1, but it doesn't really count. Then I play a comp league and I went 3-2, which was like a little bit nice. And then I played a couple of leagues where I just did like 2-3 and 0-3 drop. So I've been spewing a lot of tickets with this, but then the latest league that I play, I was able to 3-2 again. So right now we're currently 1-0. We got paired against Tron, and unlike most black green decks, we actually have a very reasonable Tron matchup because, well, this card's pretty good against Tron if you were not aware. And yeah, I've been making some changes. Like I changed the removal suite. I added a second Maelstrom Pulse and I added a Dismember over the third Fatal Push. I had 3 pushes and and that was it. And then I played against Shadow and I realized that I really struggled to get rid of a Gangler. And when thinking about it, I also realized that it would be very hard to also deal with something like a Hollow One or a Reality Smasher. So even though I haven't actually played against those decks, adding one Dismember to the removal suite made a lot of sense. But yeah, this is weird because I'm not really a brewer, So this is like going through the whole thing and like trying to address what worked, what didn't, and how to improve the deck has been interesting and something new to me. So that's cool. I've been enjoying the process, even though it's been expensive. I started with like 700 800 play points, and right now I'm down to 250. So I wasted like 500 play points so far. One thing is that this deck is we're playing like 21 lands only. We're playing some like mana dorks and stuff, but when you have like one landers, you can't really keep unless it's something like this. This is a fine keep, and we also keep a second land on top. Yeah, so this hand is pretty good. Nihil Spellbomb. How can we ever beat that? Um, I'm gonna lead on Arbor Elf just because if I untap with it, the upside is so high. I think. Yeah, I think I just do this. Like, my opponent cannot really play a threat here because if they play like a Bob or something, I just like Lily minus. This is fine. Okay, so now I can. I think I want to Thoughtseize them so I can take a Lily. I just don't want them to do exactly what I just talked about. So I'm going to Sprawl here, naming black, and then I will Thoughtseize my opponent. See what they got going on over there. So I guess I don't really care about this Kuzurino. I guess I'll take the Scus anyway, right? And then I start Liliana. No, I take the trophy. Yeah, that's definitely the play. Yeah, we take the trophy and then I get to Liliana them next turn. Don't thoughts it's me, bro. Damn it. Now we're kind of in trouble because Scavenging Ooze is very good against Tarmogoyf, especially with my opponent having access to double push in hand. Well, things didn't work out. That Thoughtseizes was an incredible draw for my opponent right there. Things didn't quite work out for the home team here. It's really unfortunate. I feel like I saved the Field of Ruin. Yeah, Colonel Sanders, it's been cool. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I've been having a lot of fun with it. Second ooze. Oh, give me that Maelstrom Pulse. Maelstrom Pulse. It's not a Maelstrom Pulse. Yeah, we're not looking great here. Man, that Thoughtseize was huge. Can you imagine if I had like Lily minus my opponent and then I started plussing to get rid of their fatal pushes? That's just too late. Yeah, I don't think I can win anymore. Well, that's sad. I thought that I was ahead that game. Yeah, my opponent just had like both answers to my Tarmogoyfs. Yeah, that really sucks. All right. The good thing is that once we take out like other skirt spells and stuff, I honestly think that this matchup is quite good for us. But especially now that I changed their removal suite. Sure. And I guess I'm gonna get an Overgrown Tomb here. Can turn to Finks. Oof, okay. Oof. Pun not intended. but that worked out. That was nice. Yeah. So this is nice. We get. Oh my god! Can we please stop drawing lands? That would be awesome. Thank you very much. We only play 21 lands. It's kind of unfortunate that like we've been drawing so many. That's a Tarmogoyf. That's a Karn. Cool. I really want to get some value from this Karn, so I'm just going to immediately minus for Wormcoil. We got champ blockers for days. We got champ blockers for days. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can even lattice my opponent this turn. Next turn if we wanted to. I guess it depends on what they do. Because we need for them to not play a threat. I think I'm just gonna jam the Wormcoil though. Definitely chomp in here. Actually, can we trade? Yeah, we can trade, but that means that we don't get to play Wormcoil next turn. Yeah, so I think I don't trade here. I just jump. No, it's like a different deck, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That's unlucky. We could Karn for Liliana. What are my options? I could -4 explosives. Stardust Lord, thank you for that Twitch Prime sub. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold, 4th month in a row. That's awesome, thank you. Yeah. So we're actually kind of ramping. It all started as a Death Cloud deck, and it slowly morphed. I told a little bit of the story at the beginning of the stream. It started as a Death Cloud deck, and then it kind of morphed into this. So what are my options? I could attack Liliana. I guess maybe I should have, like... Maybe I just Needle. Needle for Liliana of the Veil. Yeah, sure. So we're gonna minus... Yes. I'm gonna get a Needle. We're gonna Needle Liliana of the Veil. And then we're going to plus... Oh, we can minus to get the Arbor Elf back. I like that, actually. Let's get the Arbor Elf back. And we can do this, and we can play it. We still leave the Finks as a chump blocker. And we can work Coil next turn if my opponent... That's a second Tarmogoyf. That's an Assassin's Trophy. That's very annoying. Another green source, yeah. Alright, this didn't really work out. I think we let this go. Inquisition is not a good draw. We can Karn for explosives next turn. But that trade up is gonna be a problem. Okay. Yeah, the trade up is gonna get me. Field, okay. We want another green source. Let's see how they attack. This is me, this is Karn, and this is Karn. It's a good attack, so we can just let this go. Because we can't really protect the Karn, right? So I think we just let this go. And then we can attack the Liliana. Draw another Karn. Sad. I'm gonna do here. Tap for black. That's 6. 12. That's a lot of damage. So they can only activate one of these. So yeah. Well, that is the thing. I mean, to be honest, like, my opponent's draws were literally perfect. They used every single card of their hand, and I drew one whiff, and that was it. I guess I drew 2 whiffs. and that was it. My opponent used literally every single card that they drew. We're playing 21 lands, which is less than my opponent is playing, but we're playing, well, Arbor Elves and whatnot. Feel like I definitely gotta attack there. But like, if we draw a Karn, we just win, right? Because I just go get Ensnare and Bridge, it basically stops my opponent's everything. um, and then we take it from there, right? So that's the thing. We have like less cards that are relevant, but our cards are probably just like better overall than my opponent's. That's 6, 9, 11. So I go chump one of them. Karn? Too late. Alright. Not great. Not great. Not a great start. Of course. Of course. Of course, the immediate next card would have won us the game, but c'est la vie. But yeah, like we were literally like one Karn away from bridge into lattice, right? And that basically wins the game on the spot. I think like same thing with game one. Like if my opponent doesn't find the Thoughtseize there, I find it very hard for them to win that game, right? Like they just like their only option is to like play a Scoos and then we Liliana minus and then are just like super far ahead. We start plussing Liliana to get rid of my opponent's pushes and then we drop a Goif and we take it from there. But they top deck exactly the discard spell. It's, I mean, sometimes you just get got. There's no shame in getting got. Huh. I think we keep this. Siphonus with a tier 1 sub for the 3rd month in a row. What is up? Thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate it. Huh. I think we put this on top. We're on the play, unfortunately. But we can't really afford to miss a land drop, so I am going to just like pass instead of playing Arbor Alpha on 1. We're playing against Tron. Inquisition U. I guess we take this. Yeah, we definitely take the steerings. What am I even thinking about? Definitely take the steerings and it's not close. Ooh, they skip their turn. Yeah, so this is gonna be game. Granted, even if they didn't skip their turn, I don't think my opponent can beat this. Right? It just blanks their expedition map, and now, like, what are they gonna do? We just Trinisphere here? What can we do? Oh, we coding. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's what we do. Wait, you got your own Discord now? Oh yeah, I do. You can join it right there. We bring in Fulminators. You can probably take out Lily Last Hope and one Fatal Push. And that sounds about right. I leave in these members because post board they bring in like Thought Not Seers and stuff. Straight Edge Savior 93. That's an interesting name. Huh. I think we keep this, right? Like turn 2 field. Yeah. As you can see, this unlike most black-green decks, getting paired against Tron, it's actually a good thing for us. I do enjoy getting paired against Tron. Blast Zone. I don't think that is good enough to warrant being destroyed. So I will just yield, go to their draw step, float mana, and tap. Let's do this right now, mostly because I want to fix my mana rather than anything else, just so I can Liliana next turn. Although I guess I will be Karning next turn anyway. Yeah, I think I'll just Karn here. Karn minus, yes, liquid metal coating. It's kind of hilarious that even if they thought not sear my coating away, I could just get it back. It's funny. It's just good times. It's just good times. Okay, Ursa's Tower. Coding this plus, and do I think we blow this up on draw step? Oh no, they just concede. All right, sweet. Yeah, we like playing against Tron. we like playing against Tron. We like playing against Tron. It's a good time. It's a good time, Marino. It's a good time, Marino. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, this deck is still in its infancy, right? This is just like one idea that I had, and then that idea that I had slowly started like changing and morphing a little bit into something different, which I think might actually be better. But like even the numbers are not clear, right? I don't know if I think I want 4 Karns, but like, do I want more Garuks? Do I want no Garuks? Right? All of those questions are still kind of up in the air. I love this hand though. Yeah, this deck has been sweet, Hisio. I've been having a lot of fun with it, to be honest. Again, as I was saying, like brewing is not my it's not my forte. I would say, but somehow this one in particular has been very enjoyable. Maybe I should brew more often. Yeah, this kind of like black green shell. Yeah, I'm honestly kind of sad that Death Cloud didn't quite pan out. Like I just really enjoy that card in particular. Okay, so we're probably like against Phoenix or something like that. So I don't love just jamming Liliana on 3. um, let's start here. I think I take this sleight of hand here, right? I think so. Yeah, this is the one that gives them the most options. Like if they miss their land drop, I'm gonna be in a good place. And they can't kill the Goif anyway here. because if they bolt it, it just becomes a 3/4. So I can just safely get my clock in place. And now that I know that they don't have a Phoenix in hand, I can play Liliana next turn and plus. Oh, thank you, Cloud Scraper. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's they immediately do the land. That sucks. That's why. Oh, I guess they see ambitions. That's why I wrote it. You know, so I'm happy that that you've enjoyed it, and I hope that it has been useful. I am writing the one with the Karn list that I will be playing later today. I am currently in the process of writing that one. Lightning Axe? What the? I do like jamming. I just jam Liliana here, right? And start going after their hand. I like that. It sucks to discard the Karn, but if I miss a land drop, I'm going to end up discarding the Karn anyway. So I might as rather have a guaranteed card to play next turn. We're gonna play Amulet later, Swale. We're gonna play Amulet right after we finish this league. I had already started this league, that's why I'm basically just like finishing it up. Because I was already 5-0, and you know, we can't. I was already 1-0, sorry. And we can't really like start a new league until like a new comp league, unless we want to play a friendly, which I don't really want to play a friendly league with Amulet. Yeah, yeah. What that was the idea. I basically wanted to make sure that they found the Phoenix. They didn't find another spell. That's lucky for me. Plus. I have 3 cards though. Yeah, second Phoenix is brutal. Second Phoenix is brutal. They did use the Metamorphose though. That's an important one. They did use the Metamorphose there. Yes, well, if you want to have access to this hardware guide, all you need to do is you need to sub. Okay, so this basically forces my minus instead of a plus, which is kind of annoying. Gives my opponent a chance to like answer the Liliana or something. Do I field? I think I do. Because I don't want my opponent to draw lands, and I don't want to draw lands myself either, so I guess like making it a little bit less likely is better. And it also slightly messes with their mana, so if they have like another blue cantrip here, they can't cast it. Liliana plus another Phoenix. I mean, if they find the cantrips, we're gonna be in trouble because triple Phoenix is gonna be hard to beat. If we find a Karn here and we can go minus for that Tormor script, that would be gas. I mean, we immediately win if that happens, right? Play this out. Plus. Is this Snapcaster? Or not, maybe? Yeah, Crackling Drake is actually... I'm very happy that they discarded this. Because that is a very good way for them to get back in it. because it forces my minus, and at the same time it draws them a card, so it gets them back to. I guess parity is not the. It gets them closer to being able to answer my to get their phoenixes back. Okay, they go after Liliana. They're trying to get lucky. They're trying to find a removal spell for this Arbor Elf. Because I'm snap trading here. Attack. Yep. Snap trading. We're gonna add some black menaces with this one. We're gonna plus. No cards in hand. This is the game we want to play here. The bad thing here is that they have a looting in the yard. That is another one of the things that I was considering for the deck. Getting access to maybe like a one-off scavenging ooze. Because I did find out that when I don't draw Karn and I can like Tormod script my opponent, this stuff kind of happens sometimes. So they would need to like cantrip into exactly surgical or gut shot or whatever. Oh, they just minus. Okay. Nice. Classic turn 9 discard spell. Always feels bad, man. Please don't cantrip into the nuts. Please don't cantrip into the nuts. Rancor River Boy, yeah. Stream Decker is broken. You see Karns though. They double bottomed. Don't find the surgical, please. Please don't find it. They have it. Oh, they can't pay life. Oh, that's hilarious. They did find it. That's awesome. They did find it. I just couldn't do anything. That's awesome. All right. Against Phoenix Arenos, we don't want Liliana Last Hope. We want Brutalities for sure. Tarmos are very good in this matchup. Maelstrom Pulse is very good too. Liliana, as we just saw, it's basically just won the game by herself. I could see like 1 or 2 Arbor Elves living. Camille is just the best shell for Titan. I agree. Do I want Damnation? I don't think I want more 4-drops in my deck. I think I'm just gonna submit it like this. We can change things if we need to. Yes. Turn 1 discard into turn 2 Tarmogoyf. Or more discard if we need that. That land is fine. We don't want any more now. Oof. I'm definitely taking the Serum Visions here. No second land. Rewarded. A bit of basic forest. Play Goyf, get my clock going. Nice. So I was gonna say that I might want to have access to kill the thing in the ice. Now I'm not so sure. What do we think we take here? Because the decay already answers the thing in the ice. This Finalia Promise is a dead card. I guess I take this thing in the ice anyway. I don't want to get cheesed out. And I think I'm kind of far ahead, so I wanna, like, if my opponent does draw a land, I wanna play a basic, because if they play a thing in the ice, I want to make sure that I can decay it immediately, so I can untap and slam the Garok. And I don't think the 2 life are gonna be relevant. I should have played the Garok pre-combat though. I guess it didn't matter, but if I wanted to like play around Spell Pierce or something, I don't know why my opponent would bring in Spell Pierce against me, but yeah, well, at the moment I didn't. I could have taken Gotcha, but at the moment I didn't. I didn't know that I was going to have a second answer to Thing in the Ice, and I really want. Well, I guess third answer to Thing in the Ice. We're definitely creating another Beast token. If they want to kill my Garruk, I don't care. Mostly because they will go down to 1 and they will be dead on board. We might be about to go 3-1 here. A timely turn 1 Inquisition. Yep. Alright, sick. 3-1. Let's see if we can get that 4-1 with for the first time with this list. I've been digging this list. I've been having a really good time playing this. I wonder if there's like any way that I can fix that the issue of drawing too much air. I know for a fact that we have like a bunch of 4-drops, so Bob is not really an option. But I was considering maybe Tireless Trackers over Kitchen Finks to get some card advantage going. The thing is that playing Tireless Tracker in a deck with only 21 lands, it's a little bit weird. Like, I don't think I'm going to be getting that many clues. Ooh, my opponent is 4-0. As a Storm player, seeing this so far seems to be fun to play against. What will you say is your worst matchup? I honestly have no idea yet, Angry Sandir. I started testing this like 3 days ago, I think. 3 or 4 days ago. So I myself, I'm very new to this archetype, and I'm still not entirely sure what are the good matchups, what are the bad ones. It's just I'm kind of learning as I go. I know the only things that I know so far is that Tron is a good matchup. Angry Sandy, thank you for the follow, by the way. I know that Tron is a good matchup. This is an awkward Goyf. It's definitely an awkward Goyf. Tron is a good matchup. Blue-White also seems... I played against Blue-White twice, and I beat them pretty handily. So maybe Blue-White is also a good matchup. Yeah, Dredge could be bad. That's why I'm running actually 2 Tomod Crypt in this sideboard, so I can bring one in, and then I can Karn the other one in. Bridge is very strong against Dredge, though. But yeah, I still have a lot of things to figure out, obviously. Again, this deck is 4 leagues old right now. This is my 4th league. The blue-white matchup felt good. The Tron matchup felt good. The black-green matchup, I've lost it twice so far. I lost once against black-green and once against John. The human matchup seems reasonable. Seems worse than with regular black-green. Seems worse than with regular black-green, but it still seems favorable-ish. I'm not sure though. Champion of the Parishion. Probably naming Push or something. Yep. Is there anything for Modern Horizons you want to try besides the new lands? You mean for this deck, or you mean for Amulet? Because if you mean for this deck, I'm definitely gonna be trying out the black-green land. Again, we have the issue of drawing out, you know, kind of like getting out of gas. So I definitely want to try the black-green canopy land, horizon land, however you want to call it. I think that's going to help this style of deck a lot, actually. For Amulet, I don't think there's going to be anything other than Force of Vigor. I could consider the Bear Stony Silence. I just don't think I'm interested in that effect when I'm already playing Karn. If I'm not playing Karn, then I might consider that the Bear Stony Silence. But with Karn, it's just like, why? What about Winds of Abandon? Which one is that one? Big Path? Oh, it's no, that's terrible. I don't think we want that. I don't think we want that. I mean, you don't want Path as a sweeper, right? You want Path as a very flexible answer that you can play at instant speed. We are like that's why we play Path, so you can, like, you know, kill meddling mage, your opponent's end step, or Maelstrom Pulse. Yeah, that's okay. So my opponent's not ghosting, and they are very smart, because those are some smart names right there. I think here we just Karn for Ensnaring Bridge. Hope my opponent doesn't have a freebooter. Stuff because we can split it. Yeah, I don't think Finale of Devastation. Oh, they have the freebooter. I think that Finale of Devastation is not good. So now they can go after the Karn, and we can Karn for explosives. This also grows the Goyf, which is nice. So now the Goyf can block their dudes. Yeah, he can. But they are probably gonna go after the Karn, right? Like, they need to attack the Karn. Wait a second. 1, 1, 4, and 2. Okay, so they are... Yeah, I think I just don't block here. And now the second Karn is going to be much easier to protect. And now... Do I get this? Yeah, right? Or do I get an explosives? I think getting the bridge is just gonna be better. Whoops. And now they actually have a harder time attacking Karn. I have 2 blockers, and now my blockers actually, you know, kill some of their attackers. Like, they can't freely attack with the Thalia anymore now. It would be nice if I get to not block with the Arbor Elf, because that would allow me to Finks and Bridge on the same turn. Yeah, Archmage. I've been trying it out since, like, last Saturday, I think. Yep. Yep, Summoner's Pact gets blanked by Lattice. which is kind of awkward. A little bit of dysynergy there. Freebooter and champion getting in there. Both of them going at Karn. I think I'm interested in making Karn survive. So if they just attack like this, I think I'm going to chomp with the Goyf. Or chomp with the Arbor Elf. I think I chomp with the Arbor Elf. Yeah, chomping with the Arbor Elf seems better. Okay. If all of them are going at Karn, then I just take my free block and I let Karn die. So we'll see how they attack. All of them at Karn? Yep, seems like so. I guess I want to enable my fatal pushes. Vial is not active, so they can't flash in it like a lieutenant or something in response. Militia Bugler. They're trying to find the... I guess Phantasmal Image or another freebooter would do it. Also Meddling Mage would do it. Smart sequencing on my opponent's side. Smart sequencing, not tapping out for the Buglers, because their answers are going to be 2 mana, so their Vial is on 3. My opponent's playing very well. If this is a slow roll, then it's very mean. Hopefully they whiff. Man, Humans is such a good deck. Noble Hierarch. I guess they did whiff. Sick. That is great. So we're gonna play the bridge. And then we're going to fetch for basic swamp, I guess. Gonna untap here, untap here. Gonna play Finks. And unless my opponent has main deck Deputy, they probably can't win anymore. Maybe they are playing main deck Deputy though. Yeah, they're gonna get in for 3 here, but then I have access to push and show me what you got. Just the Cavern of Souls. Okay, so the Noble Heart does nothing. I guess we pass. I think we just push the Meddling Mage. Now they can't attack anymore. You got a freebooter. But with this amount of mana, I have no uncastables in my deck, so... Just gonna be a classic Ensnare and Bridge. Classic Ensnare and Bridge game. The fact that my opponent is still playing makes me think that they have a Deputy in the deck. Or maybe they are trying to make me believe that they have a Deputy in the deck. Oh, Ensnare and Bridge. Oh, Ensnare and Bridge. What a fun and interactive magic card. There's the deputy. Oh, Reflector Mage. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's a way to do it. If I draw another Goyf here, I'm in trouble. I can just draw a Karn. And then I messed it up. I can't explosives now. Yeah, I messed it up. I got too excited. Oh, damn. I mean, they can only attack with the freebooters anyway, so I can just plus here. Just pass. Getting rid of the hierarchs also gets rid of my arbor elves, so I'm not like too excited about that. I think playing explosives on 2 is just going to be the better play. Going after the Karn, which makes a lot of sense. Okay, let's start there. Classic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I could lattice them, but that would mean that they attack and I die, so that's not very smart on my part. I could... I think explosives is just the best option. Is that correct? No, I think the best option is to plus on nothing. And then just play the Goyf and lattice them next turn. This is the best option. They need to top deck exactly Reflector Mage this turn. Do you top deck the Reflector Mage? No, it's not a Reflector Mage. Okay, so now I lattice them. And that should lock it up. Unless I draw... No, cool. That's an amazing draw because it's something that I can cast on the same turn that I cast Lattice. Play this. Play this. Here we're gonna do some funky things, I think. I don't think I want to leave my opponent access to Aether Vial. Yeah. An Arboreal Fable Swamp. Yep. So now I think I do want 2 explosives on 1. Nah, I think I can't risk it. We're gonna keep this one. And then we're going to... explosives on 1. So it's basically gonna be a matter of like start getting ahead, like slowly blow up everything they have, blow up their lands with liquid metal coating. And I think that before we deck, we're going to find a way to kill them. We're just going to slowly destroy everything, and then eventually we're going to attack with a Tarmogoyf and a Kitchen Finks. After they have no lands left, we destroy the Aether Vial, and we simply at one point we can basically loop explosives thanks to Tormod's Crypt. Okay, so we're going to exile our Crypt every we're gonna plus, then we exile Crypt, then we plus again, and we get back the explosives, etc. So we basically loop this because my opponent can't do anything, right? They can't attack. I have a bigger Goyf, and they can only attack with Noble Hierarch. And then I eventually am going to destroy all of my opponent's board, and then I will destroy my own Ensnare Bridge, and then I will start attacking with Tarmogoyfs or whatever. So yeah, it's a convoluted win con, but we get there. We definitely want those. We definitely don't want these ones. I'm not a fan of Liliana in this matchup, but I think it might be worse than Inquisition actually. Maybe I want more Lilianas on the draw and more Inquisitions on the play. That can't be correct. Let's do this. Yeah, let's do this. Let's see if we can get some value and both Dream Crush and also get our first good result with Black Green Karn. You can see why I've been having fun with this deck. Also, we're winning in time, so that's great. Yeah, I guess. That's good because it means no Vial on 1, but I guess they do have a Noble Hierarch. Bad beats. That's not great. Tap for green. Okay, Freebooter is probably gonna take the Brutality. Because otherwise the Brutality just kills the Freebooter. Yep. That makes sense. Ooh, second Hierarch is bad for me. Redundant Karn? Sure. Alright, here's the Kitchen Finks. Can you beat this, opponent? If they have a Meddling Mage here, that's just... bleh. That's just bleh. Freebooter is fine, because now we have a redundant copy, so we don't care as much. And I think this is a Karn Plus scenario? Oh, they also have the Meddling Mage? That's gross. Sometimes they just have it all. Removal spell. It's no good. It's no bueno. I mean, I guess we jam. I guess it saves 1 point of damage to leave the things to block. I'm gonna be super sad if they have a Reflector Mage, but it would be nice to find a push. Maelstrom Pulse would be very good here. In fact, if I draw Maelstrom Pulse, I might even go after the Hierarchs. Now there's no way. Now I just pulse the freebooters and then I brutality the meddling mage. Yep, that's 100% the play. So we have outs here. Decay also. Basically any removal spell is going to be very good for us. Damnation would be sick. Damnation would be the Nutter Butters. Yep, we're fast approaching Damnation or Bust. In fact, we might just be here. We might be there right now. Yep, we are there right now. Alright. Damnation or Bust. That's 710. Yep, Damnation or Bust. Damnation! What does that do? I push here. Can I survive? So we push here. Karn minus. Go get engineered explosives. Pass. 3, 6. I jump here. 3, 6, 10. All right, so they need something here actually. God damn it. Oh yeah, Lieutenant is actually lethal, right? Yeah, Lieutenant is lethal. I was gonna say, even if they have Freebooter or I guess Reflector Mage would have killed me, but Freebooter, no, it wouldn't have, because they would have needed to like tap the Hierarchy in order to play it. But yeah, but another Lieutenant is actually lethal. Wow, we were actually super close. We were actually super close there. I was expecting that I was gonna be way done, but it worked out. I think we just submit the same. It's kind of crazy that they needed something in that game. It's kind of crazy. Karn really is powerful. Karn really is powerful. But yeah, so while we finish this, we're gonna get a poll going, which is gonna be as long. Question here. What's next? Option number 1, more black-green Karn, or option number 2, Amulet. Create the poll and share this link. Okay, poll. Add com poll there. Add com poll. See if that works. Yeah, all right, sweet. All right. Whoops, nope. Well, like, I guess we can't do a poll like that, huh? Good to know. You can't do, okay, so add com next poll. There we go. Whether we want to play some more black-green Karn, or we're gonna go and play some Amulet. I guess we keep this. This can go so wrong. This can go so wrong. Keep or mole? Keep or mole? This is a keep. Are we greedy? Okay. Grilled cheese is very experienced with this deck, so I'm going to take his advice. Okay. Definitely leading on swamp because I really want to draw some lands. Yeah, that's pretty much my exact same situation. Grilled cheese. All right. Huh. It's funny that they have a dismember there, because that's not gonna do anything at all. Huh. I know that Noble is their second mana, but I have a Decay in hand. I guess I take the Noble anyway. Just because if they top deck another Noble or an Aether Vial, I can Decay it. Hashtag winning, never didn't have it, etc, etc. Ha! Got him. Oops. Maelstrom Pulse to destroy a friggin' Noble Hierarch. Good times. Yeah, they're gonna freeboot me first, which makes sense. Land! That's not bad. So this kind of forces the Dismember out of their hand. I am going to regret this. I know I'm going to regret that. Nice. Oh, I should have minus. Yeah. Oh my god, this was so bad. Ooh, now they will deputy my Karn. Ah, that was so bad. I should have minus 100%. Minus for I guess it's kind of the same actually. Because otherwise, if I minus, they Mantis Rider and they kill the Karn anyway. Yep, I think we're going to die. We're gonna die. Ooh, Reflector Mage. Yeah, we're going to die. Damnation, one time. Damnation, or Field of Ruin, sure. It's basically the same thing. Basically the same thing. It's funny that they can't cast the Mantis Rider because they named Wizard here. Horizon Canopy. Still can't cast the Mantis Rider. We're dead. Yep. We are dead. I don't think it would have mattered. I guess it kind of would have, because if they name human, then they can't cast this guy. No. So this would be human. Yeah, so they would have cast it on the following turn anyway. Yeah. That sucks. That really sucks. That really sucks. All right, another 3-2. The good thing is I've been 3-2ing consistently with it, so that's something. It's the small victories, huh? Okay, so let's hear that poll. And the results say Amulet. All right. 4-2 votes for Amulet. All right, so let's go into Amulet mode. First of all, we gotta change the title. Second of all, we gotta bring prime time. There we go. Third, we gotta go for the bottom text. And then we gotta update the record. All right, sweet. So this is the latest Amulet list that I've been on. This is what I wanted to try out today. We're only playing 3 Karns. We're back to 3 Karns, seeing whether that works out or not. And we're back on Coalition Relic. I was not a really big fan of this slot. And in the sideboard with the new sideboard slot that I got by bringing the Ballista to the main and getting one less Karn, I decided to try out a second explosives. A third explosives, I guess. So modern 060319. Gotta update that Stream Decker. And in the meantime, we're gonna join a league. Stream Decker modern Amulet Karn white. All right. Thanks everybody for hanging out today. My name is Francisco. If you are not familiar with the stream, we stream a lot of Amulet in this channel. So if you enjoy Amulet content, we're not on the Hive Mind train actually. I don't know where you got that we're on the Hive Mind train. Damiju, thank you for the follow. So yeah, as I was saying, we stream a lot of Amulet here for these reasons, you see? Because the deck is freaking sweet. If you haven't done so, make sure you hit that follow button. You can get notified whenever I go live. And you can check in on the action. Also, if you want to subscribe to help support the channel. Oh yeah, so it's... There we go. Hive Mind Cyber Guide exclusive for sub. There you go. That's maybe what confused you. Snaggle3 for the second month in a row with that Twitch Prime sub. Thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate it. Uh-oh. Are we playing against Infect? So yeah, if you, speaking of the cyber guide, you get access to that exclusive cyber guide with this, with a subscription, while you also get access to these sweet emotes that you see in chat right now. And if you want to subscribe with a tier 2 sub, you also get access to the No Bad Matchups emote, which is pretty sick. What is my opponent doing over there? Okay. Then, if you want to join the Amulet Discord or my own Discord, the Primetime Stronghold Discord, that's where you will get access to the cyber guide after you subscribe. I think here I'm just gonna play Amulet and Scout and pass the turn. Scout, Amulet, pass. So yeah, you can join those discords with that link over there. Also, if you want to check out my previous content, you can go on YouTube, my YouTube channel right there. What is my opponent doing? I'm very scared. Where's my YouTube channel? Okay, I have to fix that YouTube channel thing. And finally, Twitter. You can find me on Twitter. MTGBot, what is going on with you today? There we go. Alright, finally, if you want to support the stream in a different way, you can donate, which is always very, very, very appreciated. And with any donation of $12 or more, I will play whichever list you want live here on stream, of course, with a classic debrief afterwards. And that should be lethal now. Bounce Reno. Are you playing main deck Dispels, opponent? I guess that we can play around that with transmuting for Pact of Negation. Sure, let's do that. So we got the tech to beat Infect, be on the play, and draw double amulets with the perfect hand. I think we solved the matchup, guys. We solved the matchup. I mean, to be fair, we were probably gonna be in a solid position anyway, even without the second amulet top deck. But this basically seals it. Like we're done here now. We are done here, and before I would have needed to like work for it a little bit. Now I don't. I can even double primetime them, which seems like good value. Playing around Vines of Vastwood by getting a second primetime. Hola, Seba. ¿Cómo va? Alright, so now we just haste these bad boys. Float some Manases. Here it's funny, like my opponent could have used Vines of Vastwood to act as a pseudo stifle, because the wording in Vines of Vastwood is kind of weird in that it says, it doesn't say that it gives the creature hexproof, but it says it can be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control. And this is a spell of ability that I control, which I'm my opponent's opponent, so it's kind of weird how that one works, but That is what it is. Bringing in second explosives, take out Pact of Negation, take out Bojuku Bog. I don't think I want Karns. If I take out Karns, I should definitely bring in the third explosives then. Yeah, this seems odd, right? Like, what else could I want to Karn for, right? It's not worth it. So let's do this, and let's get it. Whoops, let's get a Coalition Relic. I've seen Infect players play Damping Sphere, which is perplexing to me considering they're a deck that wants to like do a bunch of stuff in the same turn. But whatever. How greedy are we? Yeah, Biting Needle answers exactly Inkmoth Nexus. We could bring it in, but I'm not sold on it. So if we draw a bounce land with this hand, we win on the spot. And if we don't, we lose on the spot. So I think I'm gonna keep it. It's a little bit greedy, but like Ballista is just nuts in the matchup. Yeah, I think I'm gonna usually in matchups that are, you know, very like bad for us, like Infect is, I tend to err towards the side of making greedy keeps, or greedy air keeps, I guess would be the way to say it. Like you will see me keep way greedier hands against Infect than against like black green or something. Well, I guess black green is a bad example because they have discards, so they will shred any hand that I get. So bad example, but like against blue white or stuff like that, I will mulligan more aggressively for a hand that I like, you know. No, this is definitely a lead on scout hand. Oh, that's actually not a bad draw. There's an argument for leading an Amulet because leading an Amulet helps us play around. It helps us play around Spell Pierce. There we go. So that's why I think that there's an argument for leading on Amulet there. Let's see what my opponent does. Maybe they dismember here. Okay, so they might be on Spell Pierce actually. I'm not too afraid of dying here. Okay, now real question now. Okay, so Nature's Claim. All right, so now it's not a real question anymore. Invisible Man 72, thank you for that Twitch Prime sub. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold for the third month in a row. Thank you so much. I was going to say, should we hold up to Teleria West in hand? Because I guess there's an argument for holding the Teleria West in hand, huh? I think we played out. I think we played out, but it's definitely possible that we. Whoops, no, definitely not yield to that one. I think that it's definitely possible that we should have held this in hand, because if we draw exactly Gemstone Mine, then we can transmute these for a bounce land and go off with Walking Ballista. Take 3. Down to 21. Down to 21. Yep. Definitely swinging here. If my opponent wants to use like a removal spell, I'm very okay with that. We might be very dead here. In fact, I should have probably just like main phase killed one of these noble hierarchs. Yeah. Yeah. Um, being one mana short there was crucial. Of note, I could have held this in hand, but I used the mana to play the second amulet, so it's not like this turn by holding this in hand I would have had access to 4 mana. I would have still only had access to 3. Do we kill the Ink Moth or do we kill the Noble Hierarchs? I think we ping there. I suspect that I'm dead anyway. But it's kind of weird. But I think that killing over Hierarchy is better there. Because they can use a pump spell in response. That's one pump spell. Do you have the second one? They do have the second one. It's just the commitments. Alright. Yep. No, was not getting there. I still think it was a correct keep. Maybe I do. This card is so bad when my opponent is bringing in Nature's Claims, though. That's also the reason why I side out one Coalition Relic. Let's go with this. I mean, yeah. I mean, if we're gonna get paired against Infect, might as well draw Amulet on every single one of our hands, right? Let's start here. And there is no need to expose my Amulet. Next turn, I can have access to primetime mana anyway, so there's no need for me to expose my Amulet. To a Nature's Claim. It's a Noble Hierarch. Opponent still holding up the Nature's Claim. I think I'm okay with this holding pattern here. My opponent not using their mana is actually quite good for me. There's a Blighted Agent. Something good. It's not something good. 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't get them off blue mana. If I play Amulet, they will simply destroy it. I can't transmute for Ballista. Ah, damn it. No, I don't like negating the matchup. I think it's very, very slow. And oftentimes not good enough. Stupid Blighted Agent. Okay, what pump spells can they have? They can have... I'm trying to see whether Ghost Squatter in their Pendle Haven is a good move. I don't think it is. It just gives them fodder for becoming Mens. That's also the reason why I don't want to expose this amulet. So I think I'm just going to hardcast the Prime Time. I could have let on Summoner's Pact to see whether they are... Snaggle, it's mostly a personal choice, but it also hasn't been particularly great in testing, so it's like a combination of both. Guess I'm gonna get Simic Gemstone to instill the fear. I think we're just dead here, but there's not anything that I could have done. There wasn't like a sequencing, like a different sequencing that I could have made. It was just like, we're just dead. If we untap, we will win. If we untap, we will win. So that part is nice. That part is nice, but I think we are dead. Three, four. Yeah, there's nothing we could have done. Also, the sequencing is kind of weird. Like, what if I actually did have the Path to Exile here? Yep. Just die. Man, I hate this matchup. I hate this matchup. Yeah, this lot just... It just didn't come out. We played like 4 or 5 leagues with it, and like the Elvish Spirit Guide mode never came up. We only drew it like 2 or 3 times, and it was just meh every single time we drew it. Coalition Relic, whenever you draw it, it's pretty gas, so... I don't want to spend that much money on a commander card I don't really like. Was quite you know what, King Cantona? That's actually something that was interesting to me. I think it might be just fine. I think it might be just fine. This hand is not good. Maybe I should have mulliganed. Yeah, I should have definitely mulliganed to 5. Yeah, that was not a good choice. Should have definitely mulled to 5. Yep. It's not gonna work out. I guess this means that now any land drop is good, and in fact, like green bounce land is actually very good. So this is not like a terrible draw, but I think it was still correct for me to bottom it when I was given the chance on my very first like scry. Yeah, I agree with that. Honestly, I haven't latticed my opponent a lot. Something that I did talk to Edgar about is that the land, please. All right, that's something. It's that basically the threat of lattice is almost as important if not more important than the actual lattice being there. You see what I'm saying? So I know that I didn't Karn for lattice all that often, but lattice being a card that my opponent thinks that I have, even if I don't have it, it still forces my opponent into like awkward situations, and like it forces them to make awkward plays that they wouldn't otherwise do. So it's not very obvious, but I do think that that's not a good play on my opponent's side. But I do think that it's still important to just have the lattice, mostly because of the threat of it. No blocks here because I want to. Oh no 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 no! Well, I forgot to charge the relic. That was my bad. That was my bad, team. Sorry for that. Sorry about that one. That's annoying. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna Karn Plus here. Karn Plus on Coalition Relic. And that is the reason why I didn't chump last turn, because I can chump this turn to protect Karn, or I can just like chump the Trickster anyway. Aether Vial is not active anymore, so if they wanted to make like, if they want to play dudes or whatever, they need to actually spend their mana. Okay, let's see what they do. Going face. One, two, three. 1, 2. All of them face. So I can block here. And block here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I go down to 1. And now I can explosives for 2. And I can create another blocker. I could also Karn for Worm Coil. If I Karn for explosives, I can blow up their 2-drops. And I can play Tribe Scout. If I go get Wormcoil instead of explosives, what happens? They can I die to another Trickster or Phantasmal Image, though Merfolk doesn't really play Phantasmal Image anymore. Those seem to be the only options, though. Like either Worm Coil or Engineered Explosives. I can make up to 3 blockers thanks to this Scout. Because I can bounce and replay the Kalni. They can't Vial, because Karn has a static ability that is pretty absurd. So Vial is not a concern. That is the good thing about this situation. I can EE onto... Yeah, I guess I can. I guess EE on 2 is the better play because of spreading Seas. So we do this. We bounce. Explosives on 2. Play Scout. The bad thing is that if... can I afford... So I double chomp here. And then next turn I have enough mana to minus for... Ugh. I think I'm gonna... Yeah, I think I have to make one more blocker here. Which really sucks. Because if I don't draw a land next turn, I'm gonna kind of be in trouble. I guess I can Explosives again, this time for 1. And that would give me yet another turn. No, I can't Pact. I don't have double blue. This game has been close. This game has been very, very close. I miss Ballista in the sideboard. Comes the Mutable. Nope. No Mutable, so it must be the other Lord. Or Silvergear Adams, okay. Ooh, they have a Master of Waves. That's something else that dies to my Explosive, so that's cool. That is cool. And I can even double block here. Oh, this is great. Double block here. Crag Explosives. Now I get to trade with their dude. Yeah, this is great. This is like the best case scenario, honestly. That's like literally the best thing that could have happened there. We're looking for a bounce here. Alright, that's sweet. Vesuva probably? Yeah, Vesuva definitely. So we're gonna do this. Yeah, I think now I think we're going to win this game, which is kind of crazy. bounce this. We're gonna minus. Yeah, whoops. Yep. Got him. You could use the Scout Navigate to get mana for pack. Nope, because I didn't have enough lands. Scout can only give me 1 mana. Right, if I leave this in hand, I don't have. I have a single amulet only, right? So, yeah, that's crazy that we won that game. That's only to show how bad of a deck Merfolk is. It's just a bad deck. I have mad respect for Nikachu. Like the fact that he wins so much with Merfolk is just it's crazy to me. I firmly believe that the deck is just bad. It's just significantly worse humans. Significantly worse, sorry. With only 3 Karns, do I want to... Yeah, I think I kind of don't want Karn. I definitely rather have access to a second EE in the main, that's for sure. Karn was great right there, but it's not normally going to be great. Coalition Relic is actually pretty good with paths. Yeah, this is probably gonna be the best setup for me. Karn is just so bad against like Spell Pierce and stuff like that. Ooh, I won the 3rd explosives. Yes, right in time. I don't like Wormcoil in the matchup though. Sí, Rimaisan, la estoy probando hoy. Vamos a ver qué tal. Vamos a ver qué tal. So what are we doing about Neoform after London Mold is released? Nothing. It's not worth doing anything. Like, what are you gonna do? Just like play like more Pithing Needles in your main deck? it's just a bad card. I think this hand is a little bit slow, but it might be okay. I don't think it's great, but I think it's keepable. Explosive is just that good of a card in the matchup. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that one card is going to change our matchup drastically. It's like it is the same thing with Infect, right? It's just like, yeah, we could put cards in our deck that would. That's pretty great. That would like make things like slightly better. Now, is it really worth it? I don't think it is. Okay, so now that I know that they have a second land drop, I'm not gonna play Explosives on 1. I was considering playing Explosives on 1 and blowing it up if they didn't. Well, that I think I am doing. That I am 100% doing. And I'm bouncing the Sun home. We don't have an Azusa. This matchup is not so much about ramping and doing like that kind of stuff. This matchup is way more about board control. We kind of become like a control deck post sideboard against Merfolk, and since like we have so many sweepers and we can transmute for them, we also add some removal with Path to Exile. It's just like, yeah, that's like a tempo play. That's kind of whatever. The only thing that's problematic though is the fact that we are like not drawing lands. Preemptively playing this out on 2. I guess I attack here? Yeah. Very Merfolk. Oh my. The things this deck will play. The things this deck will play. Gilael, thank you for that Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. You're our 5th subscriber of the day. Thank you for the support. I think we just pass here. Just making no land drops, just no big deal. And then we can like all of a sudden just like path this and crack explosives and kill them. All I want to do is I just want to play around like spell clears, and if I can play around what's his name, that would be even better. If I can play around Deprive, that's a real problematic one. That's a really problematic one. Can't block. Probably gonna deprive this. We have a second one, so we don't really care. Yep. They deprive there, that's fine. I think I like this holding pattern actually. Like if they're gonna like play the Mutavault again and just like swing for 3 with a Mutavault again, I think I just pass. But I'm not gonna jam this path into the deprive again. Now this path actually matters. Ooh, they're tapping out. Sick. Oh, sweet, GLL. Welcome to the stream. Very much appreciate you hanging out today. This Rex Sage was just huge. Like, imagine if my opponent had an Aether Vial in play right now. And they like could be doing, you know, actual stuff. Probably no attacks. Pass the turn. And now I can use this path to tap them out, and then I just like jam a... Whoops, I totally... Yep, I messed it up. I definitely messed that up. I should not have a 6th. I was F6, Seba. I should have definitely pathed there. Is this lethal? Because if this is not lethal, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, it's definitely not lethal. You got it? Got the pierce slash the spell? Because otherwise you are kinda dead. I just untap. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're super dead. 4, 8, 12. I'm gonna be able to like swipe my opponent's board and play a primetime so I can go squatter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's the best option? I can 1, 2, and then that unlocks this, and then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it doesn't matter the order in which I do it, I guess. I think I want to play around Vapor Snag. I don't think that a lot of people are playing that anymore, but I still think it's worth playing around it, I guess. Yeah, so I think the best thing to do is to just play a primetime. And just get Vesuva and Crossroads and a County Garden. Vesuva and County Garden. Gain some life, get some blockers, play around. Like at this point I can just play around stuff that is very unlikely to be in my opponent's deck just because I can. Just because I'm so far ahead. I guess I could have even double primetime there, now that I think of it. Yeah, I could have double primetime. That was definitely the correct line. I could have, yeah, I could have double primetime and done this. So yeah, that was definitely the correct line. All I needed to do was I don't play a land and I just basically play everything out. I then get double 2 bounce lands off of this primetime. Activate Plague Wind. Activate Plague Wind. Pass priority. Yeah. Put a charge counter here. And the second primetime here is going to make my opponent tap out, because otherwise they die. 3, 4, 5, 6. Like they can trickster me, I guess. Yeah, just concede. What's up, Aaron? How you doing? Well, right there, I had like access to Vesuva copy my opponent's mutable to block. I'd also have access to Ghost Quarter bounce. I mean, Ghost Quarter bounce to bounce the Vesuva, I guess. It's what I should have said. County Garden was gonna be doing some blocking too. Like, I can't lose anymore. Ooh, we're playing against Antoine. Hopefully he'll be playing the Absent Triggers deck, because that deck is freaking sweet. And this hand is also freaking sweet. So, we'll keep it. Still turn 2 Karn. Rimaisan perdimos contra Infect. Lo cual tiene mucho sentido. Ish, multi 4. But I know what he's playing and he knows what I'm playing probably, so... he played at an event this past weekend in Paris, I think, and he top 8'd it. So I told him congratulations on the finish. We definitely don't want this card. We definitely don't want this card. We definitely want these cards. We Do we want Karn in the matchup? I don't think we want Karn in the matchup. No, I think we do. What's up, C-Mash? How you doing? We can take out a couple of pacts, which are pretty bad. Scout is okay. Yeah, he moved to 4. It's understandable. I think he's been playing Unmoored Eagle. I can't remember whether he's still on Unmoored Eagles or not. That would be good to know. I think I'm gonna try it with the Karns, and then we'll see how it goes. Karn might be pretty bad in this matchup, though. I think that the versatility is gonna be worth something. I definitely want to bring in the second explosives, though. Let's hedge a little bit, like right here. We'll see how Karn works out, and if he doesn't, then I'm definitely bringing in Crucible. Crucible is very important in this matchup, actually. He's playing his own brew, which is actually super sweet. He calls it Absent Triggers, and it's basically like Collected Company with Aether Vials, and he plays Tideholder Scholars, Wasteland Strangler, like all cards like that. Oh, wait a second. Ooh, is he playing Neoform? Yikes. He might be memeing with Neoform. I mean, unless we get turn 2'd, we actually have like a reasonable hand against Neoform, which is kind of cool. 100% the correct play here is to Susa and then Relic, because it gives us access to Path to Exile. So 100% the correct play is to do this. Because we can't, we're not gonna be able to Karn and go get Needle this turn. So I think holding up Path to Exile as interaction is gonna be way better. Alright, he might be on a completely different brew that I have no idea about then. Well, my sideboarding is very off then. But it doesn't really matter because I can just lattice them here. So that's the good thing about playing Karn, I guess, that you don't even need to know what your opponent's doing because you can just lattice them for 10 mana and that's it. Boom, boom. Karn. Minus for lattice. Yes. Lattice. And it doesn't matter what my opponent is doing because they are locked out. Sweet. Sideboarded grossly improperly. Didn't matter. Wait, what's going on there? Can't peach green cards. My opponent says I can still play spells, and then it shows up here that they are paying costs, and I'm like, you don't have green cards. That is hilarious. Elf Kid, terminamos 3-2. Yeah, my opponent says GG, Salazar's is a shitty deck. I hope it gets banned after London Mule. And I'm like, me too. Colomino MTE. Um, no, because in order to cast the Allosaurus Rider, in order to cast the Allosaurus Rider, you need to pitch 2 green cards, and so you need to exile 2 green cards from your hand rather than pay the spell's mana cost. And Lattice makes all the cards colorless, so they couldn't combo me out because they can't play the Rider, so they can't sag it. I know, it's kind of hilarious. And that is how we beat the Neoform deck. They just mull to 4 in game 1, and then we just lattice them on turn 3 in game 2. Even after we sideboard extremely poorly for the matchup because we thought that my opponent was on a different deck. That was funny. That was funny. Yeah, actually, even if they got a Neobrand there, even if they were able to do stuff, they... Like, if let's say that they already had an Allosaurus Rider in play. Yeah, because I just path the Neobrand, it just doesn't matter. ¿Qué hace, papá? ¿Todo bien? So yeah, that was funny. What are your thoughts on Dale playing red for a Braden playing the red version in the event of the mirror with Karn? Well, I don't think that the red was for the Karn mirror. I do agree that Path is better in the Karn mirrors, but that a Braid is better in the Karn mirrors. But I think that what he was going after is humans, which kind of makes a lot of sense since the SCG tour is like flooded with humans. So why don't you stream a list with a Braid? I can do that, Epilol, for sure. I can probably do that if I stream tomorrow. I can probably do that, or maybe Wednesday. I still like this is the week that I will be moving, so this is gonna be probably like the last week that everything will be a little bit in like turmoil. So after this week, everything will be going back to normal. The Naughty Bog. Of course, my opponent is gonna be playing Dredge, and I'm gonna regret moving into this, but this is fine hand anyway. I guess we don't want that. We'd rather find a bounce. But yeah, we can definitely try that out. Ooh, that's looting. It's not Dredge because they have cliffs, so it must be Hollow One. Ooh, no, this is Neobrand. That's much worse news for us. That is much worse news for us. The Neobrand matchup is not very good. Hopefully we get to turn 3 Karn them. So I'm going to play Kalni and attempt to steerings for a bounce. Yeah, this is Neobrand for sure. Or an extremely bad Hollow One hand. Yeah, for sure, Epilogue. I mean, I want to make sure that I find a balance between streaming things that I like and streaming things that people want to see. So, like for example, I streamed the black-green Karn list earlier because I like that, but then we streamed Amulet right now because that's what people want to see. So I always strive to get the balance. And hopefully the things that I like end up being things that people want to see. That would be ideal. So the announced the mulligan would be legal. And then you play versus Infect, Neoform, and Grixis in the league. I guess they can't wait for it to be legal. I honestly hadn't even thought about it, Sench. You're right. It's pretty absurd. Well, at least we can block the stupid boar, so we're not like actual dead. That's brutal. That is brutal. If we find a bounce, there's still a chance. Yeah, this is gonna be chomping a boar. It's not gonna be chomping a 2-1. Nice. Okay, so what do? We have access to 5 mana. One, two, three, four, five, six. I think we can. No, we can't. Oh, that sucks. We can't transmute with our current situation, so we cannot go get a Pact of Negation, which sucks. Tormod script does not seem like it matters. It seems like my opponent is on the hardcast, this dude, hardcast boar plan. So I think I'm going to go get Needle. Yeah. Yeah, that seems to be the play. So, Sanctuary. Bounce. Asusa. Sanctuary, Sanctuary. Bounce. Now the question is, no, I think we just bounce the Sanctuary again. We're just going to Karn and we're gonna minus for Pything Needle. And we can't name this guy because this is the mana ability, but we can name Neobrand. So if they bore in a Neobrand, at least we don't just like die to it. So that's 6, 7, 8 mana. It's not enough. Okay, so here comes the boar. And they're gonna be able to like flash in a... So they're gonna be able to like get an Embercool or whatever. Which kinda sucks for me. But at least I'm gonna be able to... Oh, this guy tramples too? God damn it. I didn't know this guy trampled. Okay, so we're dead then. Okay. Ha! 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 You guys see that? You guys see that? Woo! Next level plays. Okay, so Karn dies. Boo-hoo. Oh, they get the Neobrand back. Damn it. Prime time. That doesn't do it. So that's gonna be 7. How do I answer this guy? Can I explosives or 5? So I can block 3, so I can go down to 1. Green, white, blue, red. So I guess I need to use this turn to transmute, huh? I don't really know how I'm winning this game. I don't really know how I'm winning here. This guy tramples. That sucks so much. Well, Rex Sage is in the board. Can't sage it. Now I'm forced to chomp. Oh, they're gonna try to get an Emrakul to get this done with. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. To your hand at the beginning of the next end step. What happens if I exile the boar in response to it dying? Do you guys know what happens? Alright, here comes his boy. We'll force him to jump in there. I don't know what the plan is though. I don't know what the plan is to answer this guy. Yeah, I just die, right? I can 16 them, but that doesn't do anything. I can bog them, but the Griselbrand is in their hand. I can Pact of Negation, but that also doesn't do anything. Yeah, we're just dead. Just can't answer this guy. We can't Ballista for 6. What would be other options? I cannot gain enough to survive another Griselbrand attack. Because I could trade next turn, but I'm just dead to the Griselbrand. Yeah, so I think I'm just dead. I don't think I have any outs. Nope. Alright, GG's. Pact for Sakama. Can't even cast Sakama. Because that card sucks. Okay, so we do this. We take the Ballista, the explosives out. We take Ghost Squatter out. Want someone respect. I don't like Coalition Relics, but my opponent will be bringing in Blood Moons. What else can we do here? Yeah, if the stupid board didn't trample, we would have been able to win that game. But I didn't know that it actually trampled. That's gross. Sure. Can you please mull into Oblivion because your deck is bad? Please, pretty please. Okay, that's 6. Alright, now 5. Now 5. 6. Damn it, that's still pretty solid. That's a prime time. So with a semi-growth chamber, we're not gonna get access to primetime mana next turn anyway. And Coalition Relic gives me mana through a Blood Moon. It gives me primetime mana through a Blood Moon. So I think I'm gonna get the Relic here, even though it might be a little bit weird. What's this? Replay this. Play this guy. Pass. Relic is worse against artifact destruction for sure. No questions there. But I'm expecting to get Blood Moon here. Uh-oh. There's the boar. Bog. Can't transmute this for bog, so we are just hoping. Wanya. Like if they can bring it back, we just die. There's nothing we can do. Not much we can do about that. So we are in crossed fingers phase. Where we are in the fingers crossed phase. You got the Goryo's Vengeance. They do have the Goryo's Vengeance. Cool. Very cool. We didn't have the path. What do they have? Emrakul? Terastodon? Holy crap. God damn it. That's kind of awesome. That is kind of awesome. I cannot get mad at Terastodon. I cannot get mad at Terastodon. I mean, I guess this is not game losing. I imagine that they have something that they can do. So the board goes to the top 3 cards. Yep. Oh, there you go. You're late. You're late, bro. They're probably trading here. Man, we got a 4-turn clock. Hopefully we find a white source, because that would greatly help us get there. That's not a white source. Most definitely not a white source. Do they have a breach? Oh, they abrade my token? Okay. So we know that they have Simeon. Okay, there is the Simeon. Never mind. We don't know they have a Simeon. Okay, give me a path to exile. Give me a white source, please. Pretty please. White source. Huh? That is a white source. That's too slow for white source. I'm just going to pass so I can protect this, basically. From the Terastodon that will very likely get back into play. Damn it! Why did I F6 there? Ah, that's so bad. Ah, I got F6. F6 claims another victim. Damn it. The F6 button claims another victim. That was terrible. That makes me super sad. That makes me super sad. Alright. Never punished. At least I can path this guy now. Let's see what they have. Is this a breach? Yeah, they have a breach. God damn it. No, I didn't have Titan Mana. I only have... I guess I could... No, because I only had one green source. So I didn't have Titan Mana. Because I would have needed to pack for Azusa in order to have Titan Mana. And I only have 2 green sources. So I cannot like Primetime and Azusa for this mana. So it is weird. They destroy their own lands. Okay. So I will gain 6 here, gain 9 here. That seems like a good trade for me. And then I will play a Primeval Titan, and I will get Bojuka Bog. Forest Stewards, Slayers, Azusa, 3 lands. Yeah, I guess that it ended up being better. Like, I think you're actually right, Grilled Cheese. But it ended up being better because otherwise my opponent would have been able to destroy my lands and I would have died to my pack trigger. So it ended up working out. Which is funny. There's gonna be a Bojugiba Kalni Garden situation. No, I cannot haste. Never mind. So it's actually kind of funny that it worked out. But yeah, you're right. I actually have mana for prime time. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can Karn. I guess I don't need to show my opponent that I have the Karn yet. So let's serve first. Maybe they will block my prime time. Well, I guess I can force the block. Sun Home plus... Sua. So I can force the block this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Bounce the Karn League. This forces at least a chump. They're going for the trade. Huh. Yeah. So here I could I could double strike and then I can trample for 3, but if my opponent has like exactly through the bridge into Emrakul, I might die. So I think that what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to let this, I guess I could also play around the Braid, because a Braid would get me. Well, but if they have Braid, then I'm not dead next turn. I can just I can just Titan them again. Or I can just... Yeah, this is just better. I can just like Pact, transmute for Pact of Negation. The problem with transmuting for Pact of Negation is that, well, they don't have a break because they would have upgraded my amulet. So yeah, so that seals it for me. They don't have a braid for sure. So we just Karn minus for lattice. Yeah. That was cool. That game was cool. Yeah, Karn does shut off the prism. Yeah, that's also relevant. So they can't breach me. They can still... They have 1 card in hand, so technically they could... they have 3 mana left, so they could have like looting into Goryos. So that is one line of play available to them. Probably not very, very likely, but still possible. How do we feel about this on the draw? The good thing is, so let's look at the bright side. Good things is if we do draw any interaction, namely path or... I think I'm gonna keep this hand even though it's very, very slow. But any piece of interaction that we draw, be it path to exile, negate, we have the required mana to cast them, and even if we get Blood Moon, we have a steerings already. So, and a basic forest. I mean, in fact, if my opponent goes for an early moon, there's the potential that they actively help me. That's not a bad draw at all. Not a bad draw at all. Alright, so they're for sure on the Blood Moon plan. Yeah, there's the Blood Moon. Yeah, so fortunately our hand is like quite resilient to Blood Moon. And we even drew the Rex Sage. That's great. Yeah, Blood Moon is gonna be a ramp for us. Yeah, I love it when this happens. They also are down to only 3, I guess now 4 cards because they exile the Spirit Guide and everything, so... No, don't F6 though. Okay, Cathartic Reunion is fine. That one resolves. Okay. Flash this in, untap, draw. We can Karn for Tormots. We can also Rex Sage, but then we die to a second moon. I'm not too excited about that. I want to like save the Rex Sage for like we can still do like damage with Karn. I want to save the Rex Sage for the turn where we can actually prime time on the same turn, so I can get a second basic forest. So I think we're just gonna go get Tormots. Karn for Crypt. Play the Crypt. So if we draw a bounce, we're actually going to be in a very good spot. Bounce land. T-West. So I'm 1 mana short. Oh, I can just. What am I even? What am I even doing? I can just lattice them. I'm like, well, I can like, I can just lattice them and yeah. I'm like, what is the best possible play right here under this circumstance? I'm like, oh, just win the game. Sure, yeah, that's a good play. just going ahead and winning the game confirmed the best play. That was funny. So playing again against all the cheese decks, beating all the cheese decks. Will Karn Lattice get banned? I have no idea. I don't think so. Like you can see it right now, right? It's just like we played 2 leagues today, and we played against a grand total of 0 Karn decks. So I honestly don't think it needs a banning. Like there's so many broken things that you could be doing in modern. Like Karn Lattice seems kind of like, you know, I don't want to say underpowered because it's not, but like, I mean, it costs 10 mana. It's not every deck can make it to 10 mana, and there's no like real way to cheat the mana. Like you need to like ramp your way to that mana. Yeah, like Tron and Amulet are like the only decks. I guess it makes like E-Tron a little bit less embarrassing of a deck. Ooh, we're playing against Lysurge. He often, I think he's friends with Canister, and he often plays Lantern or stuff like that. Maybe on Lantern? Definitely not on Lantern. The Natty Bog. That oughta hopefully delay a Gurmagangler a little bit. Now that we know that they are in Grixis Shadow. Thoughts on Sakama? It's a meme and it's unplayable. There it is. And that's all I have to say about it. There's not much more to say, to be honest, though. If you're playing Sakama in your deck, you're making your deck strictly worse. That is what I think. Ooh, no second land. I was gonna say we might be able to get away with it, and then they found the other land. Yikes. Untapped Source would be excellent here. It's a Thoughtseize. That one kind of sucks for us. And that is enough mana for them to angler here, so this Bajugibog is pretty much irrelevant. That really sucks. Wow, they really needed to draw that, and they needed to draw exactly a fetch land. It had to be exactly a fetch land, otherwise it wouldn't have been good enough. If it had been just like a regular shock land, then they wouldn't have been able to play the angler there. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. Yeah, I think I'm just going to like max Azusa value here. All my lands entering the battlefield tapped. It's kind of a beating. Yeah, I guess I might as well do this. I can bog next turn anyway if I need to. And this stops Snapcaster, so that's kind of cool. The Super Bog, oh baby, yep. Them having access to stop here, it's kind of sucks for me. Dismember. Yep. Okay. That is fine. All right. Do you? Magic is a hard game. Magic is a real hard game. What do we do here actually? Do we want another chump blocker? Do we want more life? Probably more life, right? Yeah, I think it's more life. This means that I don't like to like, if I chomp with the plant, this means that I don't like to like TBR plus plus what? Okay, I'm blocking here because this means that they need to have an answer for the prime time, otherwise this attack makes no sense. Yeah, that makes sense. And now, I guess they could have exactly Shadow plus Stub, and that would be punishing for me. But they don't, so we are just gonna get to Karn plus Wormcoil, which sounds pretty decent. And I'm definitely getting Wormcoil here, because I can just play it right now, and it's gonna win the game just the same as Lattice would. Yep. Alright, Broken TS, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Sick. Alright, Grixis Shadow. This. Not this. Not this. Not these. I'm gonna want to take out one of these actually. Let's do this instead. Okay. Yep. Let's go. Walking Ballista is a card that I've been playing Walking Ballista against Grixis Shadow for probably years at this point. I still have no idea whether the card is excellent or it's unplayable. Like I don't think it's excellent, but it might be like good enough. I honestly just don't know. I have no idea. It might be that it's actually good enough, or it might be that it's unplayable and it should not be in my deck. And I just cannot figure it out. I just cannot figure it out. Womp womp. That means that they don't have removal, which is nice. On the other hand, that probably means that they have multiple threats, which is not nice. Or it also means that they're missing land drops. I mean, they need to answer this Azusa here, otherwise they just lose. Aha. Yep, I liking my spot here. Definitely liking my spot here. There's the second land. No blocks. These first 5 are fine to take. I guess I just jam this Hornet Queen. My opponent is very likely to have Disdainful Stroke, I think. Yeah, I have sided out mostly, Aaron. But there's always situations where I'm like, damn it, if I had Ballista in my deck, I would be in such a better spot here. or you know, like instances where ballista is just lethal. So if they have stub, I think I'd rather just play the Hornet Queen here. Make them use the Disdainful Stroke here, which they probably have. Yep, they do. There it is. Do we attack? I think I do. It makes my ballista better to attack in these situations. Do you believe Tron will get a ban with the London Mulligan? No. Why? No, not at all. Tron is just fine. It's an okay deck. It's very far from broken. Very far from broken. Ooh, they have 2 strokes. Okay, good to know about that. That's for sure. So now we can pack for prime time. We packed from time. We packed for prime time, and then what? This is the easy part. Bog Simic? Simic T West? Double Simic? All of these are solid options, actually. Simic Garrison? Broken TS, people have complained about Tron for literally years, and it hasn't been banned yet. I don't think that anything is gonna get banned now. We could have attacked. I don't think I like attacking because then we're dead to battle rage on the crackback. That's something that I wanted to point out. I didn't explain it, but I am very aware that we could have attacked here. But doing that will get me like straight up dead to battle rage on my next turn. So I don't think I'm very interested in doing that. However, I think I'm gonna do Bodo Simic here. And I have 3 land drops still, right? Yeah, I have 3 land drops. So I can bounce this, and I can do 1, 2, 3, and I can still play the scout. Is the life more valuable than the gemstone mine counter? Probably. Yeah, it certainly is actually. Bounce, play, scout. Pass the turn. We still need to pay for Pact. We can easily do so here. Scout enables me to double strike at instant speed, which is nice. I can also swing and set up a transmute. Huh. So let's say they TBR here. I think we block here. They battle rage here. That means that I take 4 plus 5, 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. If they cycle Street Wraith. Yeah, I think I'll just chump here. Or I can chump the Shadow. If I chump the Shadow, I cannot die. No, I think chumping the smaller creatures, the potentially smaller creature is gonna be better. Yeah. No, they can't dismember on TBR, but they can Street Wraith and TBR. But I don't think I want to chump with the Scout, because the Scout is right now what's presenting lethal, right? Because I can instant speed, activate, and flash in a Sunhome. So without the Scout, I don't have lethal next turn. JP's Games, thank you for the follow. Very interesting game we got going on here. We're only in this game because my opponent struggled with the mana for a couple of turns. Just want to point that out. Like, it's, if they had like a normal mana situation, we would be very, very dead. One, two, three, four. Sly Vortal, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Okay. One. Yeah, that's a solid draw. That gives us a lot of options. Like, before I was actually thinking about my attack. Now I think I just like snap attack. So even if they dismember, let's say that I dismember my Primetime and they chomp with the Gourmet Angler, that means that I still have a land drop. Yeah, actually I think I just swing here and I just get T-West. T-West Simic probably. Always love to see streamers streaming Modern. Oh yeah, you're in the right spot if you like to see Modern, my friend. Yeah, but if they hold up Dismember, like if they dismember my Primetime, if they block, I deal all the damage to the Angler, and that's it. If they dismember my Primetime, they go down to 5, and then the Ballista is lethal thanks to this land and my land drop plus Scout. We're gonna bounce Celestia Sanctuary. I can still transmute for another Primetime. I'm not interested in growing the Shadow, by the way. I'm interested in getting the Tolaria. Can I make... How big is the list? I can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can only make a 6/6 Ballista? Okay. That being the case, then I definitely just want to not do anything here. If they dismember, they lose. I think they do know about the ballista. Deal all the damage to the angler. That way nothing tramples and the shadow doesn't grow. No, but this way I get to play a second prime time. Right? Playing second prime time seems considerably better than playing a ballista. And we still have the ballista as an out. Three, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, definitely playing a second Primeval Titan here. Yeah, this amulet draw was pretty good. Basically, like, it gave us so many options, like insane amounts of options. And I can even like explosives for 1 if I want to, just so I get rid of the shadow, which seems like the only possible way that I can lose this game. Lightning bolt. I mean, I'm gonna get my value there, right? Like, why not? Transmute for Summoner's Pact. Summoner's Pact for Primeval Titan. Primeval Titan. Yeah, seems to me like the only way that I can lose here is... Yeah, I'm just gonna transmute for explosives, play it on 1, and then hold it up. Yeah, I think we're gonna be fine here. And they need to answer 2 Primeval Titans. They might not be able to answer 2 Primeval Titans. And the Walking Ballista. They also need to answer the Walking Ballista in my hand. Yeah. Easy clap. Yeah, this is a solid list. This is a solid list. The 3 cards felt okay. Honestly, the idea for bringing in the ballista from the sideboard is to have to like slightly hedge against humans, and it's twofold, right? It's basically because Karn is very bad in the matchup, and it gives us access to a transmuted ballista in game 1, while at the same time allowing us to have an extra engineered explosives when we do side out the Karns, so we can bring in the matchup. But yeah, those are my thoughts on this list. It's cool that we get to finally 4-1, and actually I can make some money back after wasting so much mana on the brewing with like black green Karn. But still, it was funny. It was fun. Like I think I will continue messing with that deck. Is Veil from Burn mostly? No, actually it's from black green more than Burn, but it is very good in the Burn matchup too. It is very good against Hollow One. It's very good against the Eldrazi decks. It has a lot of good utility. Cards come out in aggressive matchups, right? Yep, that is correct. Storm 20. Mostly it comes out against humans. It comes out against all this stuff. Of course, it doesn't come out against decks where it is actually good, even though they are aggressive, like Affinity. Like the Stony Silence effect is very strong against Affinity and Hardened Scales, obviously. Yeah, Snaggle. Yeah, I think Edgar's list is interesting. What I saw, I didn't particularly like. Again, I've been a big proponent of Coalition Relic since I realized that this card was modern legal, and I tried it out. So I've been a big fan of the card since then. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I understand why Edgar didn't want to play it, but even with that reasoning, it's still so good. However, I do feel like Edgar is a very smart guy, obviously, and if he like the fact that he was playing 29 lands with Gracer, I think that is a must. In fact, when I tried Gracer myself, that's like the first thing that I thought. It's just like, if you're playing Gracer, you need to go out to 29 lands, because you just cannot afford to like be in a situation where you are playing a Gracer and you don't have a land in your hand to play. I actually haven't gotten my relics yet. I think they're excellent, and I think they're a staple in the deck. I don't think I want to not play relic, honestly. But yeah, fun stream today. I enjoyed it a lot. I wanted to thank everybody for hanging out. If you haven't hit that follow button, make sure you do so. You can get notified whenever I go live. I think I will be back tomorrow. I might not, but you know, stay put both on Twitter. I always post whenever I'm going live on Twitter, and same thing in my Discord, which you can join with that link right over there. You can join the Primetime Stronghold Discord. Another thing that you might want to check out is my YouTube channel. Oh, that's right, this one's broken. Give me 1 second. MTG. Okay. I've been trying to fix this one for a minute now. Okay, yeah. So, let's see if it works. Alright, sweet, awesome. Yeah, so for whatever reason, MTGBot has been weird about posting links, so I need to like edit them and delete the whole HTTPS whatever. It's strange, but yeah. So you can follow me over there, so you can find out whenever I'm going live. If you enjoyed what you saw, you can always subscribe to the channel. You can get access to both these sweet emotes, both the Amulet, the Sakapa, and the Primetime, just like Mac Metcalfe, which is subscribing for the 3rd month in a row with that Switch Prime sub. Also, another important thing, if you do have access to Amazon Prime, you get 1 free subscription every month, so I always appreciate it when people use it on my channel. Thank you so much for that. And finally, oh, hello Agambita. Unfortunately that you are arriving at the very end of the stream. Sorry about that. Shotscape with a tier 1 sub. Thank you for that continued support. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Thanks everybody. Nice. We got a small little sub train at the end of the stream. I appreciate that. Yes, speaking of subs, if you want access to my sideboard guide, now the way that I'm going to make it because it's going to be way easier both for you to get it and for me to give it to you, is all you need to do is you need to like join my Discord, which I just showed the link a second ago. You can find it now over there. And then after a couple of hours, you will get access. If you link your Discord to your Twitch account, you will get access to the sub in my Discord right here. You will get access to the subs channels. You see these two over there? These are only for subs. And over here, you will see the sideboard guide channel. That's the one you want to go to. That's where you'll find the sideboard guide from now on. And the nice thing about this is that as soon as I update the new one that I'm working on with Karn, I will simply upload it there, and everybody will be able to access it immediately, and it will not be, any trouble. Oh, Matt's Prestige, I'm so sorry. I'm wrapping it up right now. I'm sorry that you that you arrived at the very end. I apologize. But yeah, we've been streaming for like over 3 hours, so I'm getting really hungry. But yeah, finally, if you do really enjoy the content, if you would like to donate, you can do so with that link. And with any donation of $12 or more, I will play a league with any deck of your choosing, any 75 that you'd like to see played live, whether it's modern, legacy, even potentially vintage. I love me some survival, for example, even though I'm not like a big vintage player, but I love me some survival. And yeah, that's gonna be about it for me. Let's see who we can raid. Yeah, Matt's Prestige. Even like my streams have been kind of messy lately because I am in the process of moving. I will be planning on moving this week actually. So after this week, everything should be back to my usual streaming schedule. The only one playing modern right now is Nasif. So let's go to Nasif's stream. All right. All right. See you over there. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I think I'll be back tomorrow. So stay put and don't miss out. All right. Have an amazing rest of the day. Bye bye.